Tonight, just days after a jury found Instagram and YouTube liable in a landmark social media addiction trial, we are seeing new lawsuits. 5 families now alleging Meta knew its platforms were a playground for predators, but chose profits over the lives of their children. That includes the family of 15-year-old Braden Bone. Last March, his mother went to wake him with news that school was canceled, that they were headed to the slopes, but he had taken his own life, leaving a note in the basement that pleaded, "Make sure he gets caught." Investigators soon uncovered that Braden had fallen into a trap known as financial sextortion. Scammers on social media coerced him into sending photos of himself, then relentlessly demanded money he didn't have. The family's legal filing alleges that Meta's algorithms actively recommended predator-linked accounts to teenagers like Braden, and they are breaking their silence to tell every parent that this isn't just a news story. This is not a headline. This is a war on their children's lives. And Braden's mother, Brittany, his stepdad, Luke, are joining us tonight. I so appreciate you being here. I know how hard this is. And Brittany, it really struck me. You told lawmakers that you have never been ashamed of your son, and that tonight you are making sure his story is heard. I'm so grateful that you are here tonight. You have said that Braden didn't delete anything from his devices, essentially leaving you a trail, a digital roadmap to follow. At what point during your own research did you realize that this was a platform problem?
It was honestly quite early on. We were able to connect with some other families who were in the same situation, and through that, we really dove into how does this happen? How is this even something that, could be something that happened in our home? And we found out that there is the ability for Meta to remove fake and duplicate profiles. It's been done before. There was a Bloomberg article about it. They removed 63,000 profiles in one day, knowing that they were fake and duplicate. And that was 3 years ago, after another sextortion event had happened, and the family went public about it. And we found out that they keep those profiles because the more users they have, the more money they make. So they were able to contact my son through a fake profile that wasn't removed from their platform.
And Luke, the lawsuit claims that Meta prioritized engagement over safety. As a father, how does it feel to see internal records suggesting the company knew these dangers existed but allegedly ignored their own safety teams?
So we just recently started seeing some of these internal messages, not only with Meta, but other platforms as well. And quite honestly, it's infuriating. You see some of the messages, how they're literally joking about how their platforms are drugs. I mean, these platforms should be safe, and they should be safe not only for children, but just for anybody, really. So yeah, I mean, as a father, I'm very frustrated. I'm very upset, and it's why we continue to do what we do. And we're just looking for some change, a little bit of accountability. And I mean, really, anybody should be able to use these platforms safely.
Yeah, and Brittany, I see you both wearing these Live Like Braden t-shirts. What does it mean to live like Braden? What do you want us to know about him?
Oh my gosh, Braden was a great friend, a great teammate. He was the kid who could make everybody laugh. The amount of times that we heard that at his celebration of life from peers and teachers and adults and people who he had just met along his journey was extremely uplifting. And it makes us every day want to continue to be like Braden, someone who we're forever proud of. Kind, athletic, smart. He's a great big brother and the best son we could have ever asked for.
And Brittany, I know you've seen the recent $375 million verdict in New Mexico, the liability ruling in Los Angeles, and I know that you're now joining these 4 other families who lost their children in similar ways. What does justice look like for you?
For me, it looks like accountability and change, right? There's no monetary value that can equate to my son's life or any of these other children's lives. There is no certain amount that is going to fix anything. What fixes this is eyes on this. these companies making their products and platforms safe, not just wanting that additional engagement, but really wanting a safe platform for everybody to use. And the accountability piece, they know what they're doing right now. They're continuing to do it to make profit. That's going to change. That has to change. It has to change yesterday. That's what I want to see. There is no monetary value that's going to replace my son. But the change that we hope that his death will bring to the entire world, I think is going to be the biggest justice.
I can't imagine how you are pushing this forward while grieving at the same time, but I am so appreciative that you shared a little bit of Braden with us tonight and that you are letting us see your journey right now. Brittany and Luke Bird, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you both.
Thank you for giving us the space to do this. And this is, we wouldn't be able to do this without people like you guys who want to share our story and keep other kids safe and other families from having to do this. We wouldn't be able to do it on our own.
That's incredibly gracious.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.